That's an incredible view of London, isn't it?
All right, so I cheated. I can't help it. No pain, no gain? Forget it. I'm definitely a quick fix type of girl. And find out how I get that fix later.
This week's feeding clinic residents are Wayne, the binge-eating bus driver from Bristol, and Lucia, the fussy fast food eater. It's dinner time on day one, and our diet swappers are about to dish up their first meal in the food clinic.
Tea time.
What's that?
Chicken Kiev with potatoes and couscous and a few bits and pieces afterwards.
Which are your everyday side orders of pizza and chocolate. Whereas Man Mountain Wayne will have to be content with a chocolate bar.
Sorry.
That's what you really eat with tea? A chocolate bar?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Do you use a knife and fork? This is nice.
Wayne's chocolate canapé doesn't even touch the sides.
Well, I enjoyed that. I'm not in control anymore of my menu, of my food. I've never had that before, and so I'm in the world of unknown at the moment.
Lucia's chickening out of the Kiev, but there are still 2 courses to go, whereas Wayne's looking like he could actually eat Lucia. It's a valiant effort for our Superskinny, but she's forced to raise the white flag.
We'll have to leave that if that's all right.
I feel full. I feel really full. I feel beyond full. Just too much. I think Wayne's going to be very hungry by the end of the week. If he's used to eating portions like this 3-4 times a day, he's going to be starving.
It's day 2, and guess what Wayne's thinking about?
Hoping to get something to eat today, because I'm starving.
I'm not looking forward to breakfast because I'm full. I'm still full from last night's tea, and I don't eat pork pie at any time of the day, let alone at breakfast, so I'm quite scared.
And Lucia should be, as she's about to experience Wayne's world.
What are we up to then?
This is my job. I'm going to show you what I do in a day.
And in an average day, Wayne will stop 3 times and refuel, with a belly-busting bag of convenience food.
There you go.
First pit stop, and Lucia's faced with a 2,000-calorie breakfast, including a pork pie.
That pie's big in your hand.
That tastes like sausage roll.
Whereas poor old Wayne is getting absolutely nothing.
I'm just watching it again.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, tummy's rumbling, all sorts.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm with you, every mouthful.
But even with Wayne's moral support, she's beaten.
Thank you ever so much, but I can't possibly eat anything else.
Then it's back on the road, but not for long.
I don't want anything else to eat. Oh, it's hard. I'm full. It's just more rubbish on top of what I've already eaten.
It was scary. I was actually, you know, daunted and scared by the prospect of another meal. Where's it going to go? How am I going to... don't really want to put the food in my mouth.
I can't believe how much I eat in a day, actually. I'm disgusted with myself, to be honest with you. Seeing the amount of food that I eat, and I could eat quite easily in quite a fast time, is something I need to address very soon.
Wayne is an ex-bulimic, and up until recently, he used to secretly eat on his bus. Bulimia nervosa is an eating disorder characterised by episodes of secretive, excessive eating, followed by self-induced vomiting, abuse of laxatives, or excessive exercise. 10% of bulimics in the UK are men. Bulimia is treated with a combination of psychotherapy and medication. If you or someone you know is showing these symptoms, or you'd like more information about your relationship with food, go to the Channel 4 website at www.channel4.com/health. Back to the feeding clinic, and the belly-busting meals continue for Lucia, but poor starving Wayne has to make do with just tea.
I'm embarrassed by the fact. I'm embarrassed.
Yes, well, I would be as well. Hang on. Skipping meals is not good.
It's just abominable, isn't it? It's abominable that I'll do that to you. I feel awful.
Well, it ain't to me, it's doing it to yourself, that's the main thing. I'm feeling emotions that I've never felt before, i.e. the hunger and the constant thing about food. I can't think of anything else at the moment but food.
It's just so much of it. To put more fried, greasy food on top, it was quite hard.
It's day 3 of the diet swap, and while Lucia's enjoying her morning pasty, it's Wayne's turn to experience her way of eating, fussy and on his feet. Considering he's pretty much survived off air for the past 48 hours, the sausageless roll just isn't doing it.
I'm hungry and I can taste the food. I'm not enjoying it. I usually always sit down and have food, obviously even on the bus or at home. I never eat walking like this. It's just not natural.
For the first time in 20 years, Wayne fails to finish a meal.
I can't eat that pastry. It's just not right. I'm not, you know, it's really unhappy about it, to be honest with you. I just can't eat walking.
Time to confront Lucia's mobile munching.
I left this.
Didn't you like it?
I was looking forward to it. I was enjoying it, but I didn't enjoy it walking around at all.
No.
I believe that at mealtime, although I do have a lot of meals, I sit on my bus or I'm sat down, I do make it a mealtime. Don't know why you eat walking around.
Because I'm dashing about, I guess I don't really enjoy the food. Well, I know I don't enjoy the food. I only eat sausage rolls because they're quick and easy and I can grab them on the run. If I actually designate some time, get something that I like and sit down and eat properly, even if it's just 15 or 20 minutes, just sit down and eat something that I like and enjoy it.
Finally, Lucia's starting to see how giving herself some time will help to fix her food problems. Christian now wants to warn Wayne of the dangers of letting emotions control your eating, with a message from someone in the States who's 11 stone heavier than he is.
What I want to do now with you, Wayne, is show you a video that has been made specially for you.
Hi, my name is Victor. I'm 43 years old and I weigh 36 stone. When I was 31, I was 270 pounds. I played basketball almost every day. My first wife died of breast cancer. My mother died 5 months later. I was major depressed, manic depressed. And between the alcohol, the drugs, and the food, that's all I ever did. I went from 270 to 350 in a matter of months. Then from that to 4, but that was the spiral. The more weight you gained, the more you start not to care. It is, Danny, a death sentence. It is, and the truth is, there's so many ways to die. You know, when you're this weight, because it affects every aspect of your life. You know, and death does not just mean physical death, but it simply means having no life. I have children from 6 to 16. I can't run behind them at this weight. You know, I want to dance with them, but I can't because I don't have the mobility or the wind to do that. In my mind, I can conceive throwing the baseball to my son or out there playing with them, but my body says no, you know, and the weight says no, you know, and many times it's depressing. Then let's stress. Now I tell anybody, man, if you can reverse the curse of morbid obesity, do it before it gets out of control. Wayne, eating emotionally from emotions is not the way. Try to find a better way to deal with your emotions rather than eating, because it's costing you your life. You don't want to have to get to this point that I'm at now. It's a long road back, and everybody doesn't make it back. So why even go there? Food is just as detrimental as crack cocaine or heroin addiction or any other addiction. It will affect every aspect of your life. You know some of the ways I'm talking about right now. You know some of the things that you do now, that you used to do, that you can't do right now. It only gets worse. Don't let it overtake you. It's a monster, and it will overrule your entire life.
How did you feel as you were just watching it?
I just felt upset. I can see myself there. I can see myself sat on the settee, being a lot bigger. I can see myself. That could be me.
You're the guy that makes the decisions in your life.
Yeah.
No one else really makes decisions for you. You do. You either say, no, I'm staying on the sofa, or you say, yes, I'm going to go out and play with you and run around, and I may
Conscious effort, go out.
But it's going to get better and better and better.
A stuffed Lucia and her starving diet swap partner Wayne, who is 3.5 times her weight, have been exchanging their usual meals for the past few days. Wayne has also been shown a hard-hitting message from 36-stone Victor, a supersizer from across the pond.
Try to find a better way to deal with your emotions rather than eating, because it's costing you your life.
Our two diet swappers have now decided to look back into their pasts to see if they can uncover any emotional connections that may have triggered their eating problems.
I had quite a normal childhood, I think. Up to about 12, I started to get a bit fatter. My mum, she had to go out. Me and my sister had no babysitter, so we were on our own. This is the secret eating it started from, so it manifests itself from this point over here. It's quite a long period, well, up to the present day, to be honest with you. I've been secretly eating. I was using it as a comfort where I was on my own. The cliche of the comfort eating it is really real, because you find comfort in the eating. I was using the food as a substitute to my mum, I suppose, almost.
With Wayne now understanding his own emotional connection with food, Lucia looks back to her childhood for answers.
I've been about 6 years old there. Quite normal, mum and dad were together. Quite happy. About 13 there. So between that picture and that picture, mum and dad divorced, moved into separate houses. And then when I was 10, my mum died. And we had no choice then but to move back with my dad.
And how was the food thing? Can you remember?
It was when I moved back that the food problem started. Skipping meals.
So you were skipping meals at that early age then?
Yeah, right from after my mum passed away. It seems that whenever I get upset or if I have problems and all the knots and the anxiety starts in my stomach, it knocks my appetite and I don't eat.
As a comfort, if I get upset or something emotional going on, I turn to food. And
I turn away from food.
You're gone.
Looking at those photos, you can see that I've just shied away from food. If something happens again, I can see that damage has been done and I'm going to have to find another way of dealing with whatever's going on.
For myself, I've got to do another outlet other than use food as a comforter.
For the first time in years, the normally hectic Lucia actually takes a bit of time out to relax and reflect.
I feel really well, feel like I could face the things in my mind really, whereas a lot of the time you'll disguise them with whatever problems are going on. You think, oh well, yes, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And it's really nice just to be able to just sit and be at peace with yourself.
I'm really pleased that Lucia has finally taken the time to slow down and think about herself for once. It's not something she's ever really done before, and this is a first big step in changing her eating habits.
It's the last night in the feeding clinic, and Lucia's finally dishing up a square meal for Wayne.
Looking forward to this.
I bet you are.
It's lovely. First meal of the week.
Yeah, it is.
And the last.
I was really looking forward to my tea this evening. I could smell the food as it was cooking and it was making me hungry.
Do you reckon you'll find time when you get home? Or you say you're busy at home?
I'm going to make time. And it'll become normal to Jake that Mum's in the kitchen cooking dinner.
That was one of the first meals I've enjoyed.
How did it make you feel? Do you feel full?
I feel a lot happier. I feel, yeah, it's just like, oh, it's nice.
Thank you very much. That was lovely. I can honestly say that was a lovely meal.
Amazing.
A week of swapping meals has shown them the error of their ways. Now it's time for Dr. Jesson to hand over their healthy eating plans.
This is, I'm afraid to say it, a typical both of you style meal.